I believe we can beat the crisis of climate. We can beat the crisis of biodiversity loss. We can win the challenge of sustainability if we do one primary thing: come together. And what we need is the navigator. What we need is the navigator to allow us to understand, a person that deeply understands nature, that spends a lifetime connecting with communities, donates everything of her life into wildlife, into nature, with the understanding we will not survive unless they do. And so that navigator, I asked her to come here. Kind of begged her to come. Because in the black of the storm, she has a flashlight to show humanity the way out. That flashlight is from her heart and her mind and her love for something so deeply that she'll fight for it for generations and generations. That great navigator that I believe I follow and I learn and I get in the wake of her work. And is the premier, in my opinion, expert on the ocean and the atmosphere. Same thing as water. But it's her fierceness and dedication to something that is so inspiring. I will follow her forever. Dr. Sylvia Earle.
Thank you, Nainoa, for that generous introduction. I think we will be going in circles because I follow you. Talk about a navigator who is, if one person could be said to bringing all of us together here now, it's you, Nainoa. And you as Nainoa portrayed, we in the 21st century are witnesses to a remarkable change in the nature of nature in our home, Earth. We are witnessing a decline of almost every species that you can think of, except us. We continue to prosper. At what cost? We're consuming nature. We always have. It's in the nature of all creatures to consume the world around them. Birds do it, fish do it, sharks do it. We consume the natural world, but no species has done so much so fast, mostly bringing about fundamental changes in ocean chemistry, planetary chemistry, planetary temperature in the last 2 centuries. Now, when you think about it, that view that astronauts have shared with us of Earth from space, the world is blue, but most importantly, perhaps, this is home for all of us. You could say all of us, every human who's ever lived, every creature who has ever lived. For as long as Earth has had life, we're all indigenous to Earth. But among my species, your species, there are some who've been privileged to have a deep relationship with a place, with the creatures who share space within that place, cultures that have prospered, not just for decades, not just for centuries, not even for millennia, well, many millennia, in a place. Now think of it. If you put a wrap around New York City or San Francisco with all the people that we have here right now, it would be really difficult for us to maintain a healthy population, even a healthy life, for more than a few days. Imagine being able to live in a place in balance with the creatures, with nature, with the water, with the sky, and maintain a peaceful, prosperous relationship. In a way, you could say that those cultures, those people, such as the Ohlone, such as the Chumash, such as all the people who have the deep history here in California, the deep history throughout the Pacific Island cultures, throughout the world. Those fortunate, privileged individuals are the elders. They have knowledge born of a long relationship with a place, with nature. Learning how to use nature, but not use all of it. Always thinking about respect for that which keeps you alive. We've broken those connections as we have raced forward in the last 200 years. On one hand, you could say we are so prosperous, never before have humans been as abundant with 8 billion of us. Go back to just 1500, there were only 500 million. When I came along, there were 2 billion. By 1980, there were 4 billion. I mean, we're on a roll. But at what cost? At the same time, you could look at the birds have declined. Well, the creatures on the land, and now, especially since that point in history that geologists are now referring to as the Anthropocene, the time when our species is so taken so much from nature that on the order of 90% of many of the large fish from the sea are gone. Tunas, sharks, swordfish. And you think about, okay, where did you come from, Mr. Shark? Their history goes back 400 million years. Not just decades, not just centuries, not just millennia. That starfish that was out there on the brickway, closer to 500 million years ago, their ancestors. Talk about deep history. Talk about what we can learn if we don't lose them before we have a chance to make peace with them and among ourselves. We have the best chance right now, 21st century humans, lucky us, because we have access to the wisdom of the elder populations, the cultures, the truly deep knowledge that comes from having relationship with a place for a long time. Bravo to all of you who have that gift of being in touch with history. We need to respect that knowledge, truly, the wisdom that comes by knowing your place, knowing the birds, knowing the fish, knowing the cycles of life. And at the same time, we're armed with the 21st century technologies that enable us to go high in the sky. And I have been privileged to go deep in the sea. I have the fun, the pleasure of having discussions with Nainoa about what's under the canoe. All those creatures that precede all of us by a very long time. What wisdom do they have that we can take and go and embrace to help us navigate from this point in time, which is dangerous for us? Climate change, it's real, it's happening, and we're the cause of this rapid change in ocean and planetary chemistry, temperature, We've witnessed and we will witness, if we keep on the same trajectory without navigating with the wisdom that we have available to us, we're going to lose 1 million species by the end of this century, unless we take to heart this moment in time. We are witnesses of decline, tipping points in the wrong direction. We need to tip in the right direction. We need to have a turning point, and that's what this voyage celebrates. Just follow the leadership, the people around the Pacific, around the world, who have the wisdom, those elder cultures, if you will, that can share those newcomers about how do we get from where we are to a better place. We need to respect nature, treat the ocean as if our lives depend on it, because they do. I want to thank all of those of you here, because each of you can help with this journey. We must. No one, not even Nainoa, as powerful, as wise as he is, cannot do it alone. Everybody can do something. When you ask, what can I do? I say, look in the mirror. What can you do? I can't tell you who you are. I don't know what your superpower is, but you've got it. Every child comes with something that sets him or her apart. Every one of us, no matter, every cat, every dog, every tuna, every shark, every bird, every tree, we're all different, but we all live on this planet. Our future can be an enduring future in harmony with nature. Well, no one could do it all. Everybody can do something. And as we've been hearing with all that you've heard today, this is the time. We need to come together. We need to use our superpowers, whatever they are, to navigate a safe future. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, it's my cousin.
Huh?
My cousin Joey. He was worried about my